you wish you would had back when you started out, when you think back now? What would you go back and tell young Natasha who's just starting out?
As from my family?
From you, just
if you
were speaking to a younger version of yourself.
You get into the time machine, you go back, you see Natasha, hey, how's it going? What would you say?
I would have said just do exactly what you did, because I mean obviously I was a bit of a rebel as a kid. I always rebelled. I think I still am a rebel. I do what I feel that I want to do, and that's what I've always done. So I don't think I would say anything different. I would have done exactly the same. Yeah.
And there are so many young artists, girls who want to get into this industry. They're working hard, and they're starting at a younger age now as well, aren't they? And what can you say to them? You're a veteran in the industry at this point, and you're well established.
Thank you for that. Just humbled.
You're welcome. But it's true, it's true.
I started off when I was really, really young as well. I mean, I got into the industry when I was 17 or 16 actually. And so I would say just do what you feel that you believe. I mean, don't just do it because everyone else is doing it. You need to have a passion for it. Obviously, the passion sometimes develop as you go on. Sometimes you do it because obviously it's a fun thing to do, and at 17 I didn't really know what I wanted to do, but as I got into it and then I realized, hey, you know, I mean, this is something I really want to do, and then you start putting your entire energy and your focus and you believe that you can do it, and it is what it is. I mean, people starting off at that young age, obviously I'm sure they have tons of things they want to do, but then after a while they realize, okay, you know, they have a distinct definition of what they want to get into after a while. So I think it's up to that individual to decide.
Yeah, definitely. And going forward, what are your plans for the future now? You have the contract coming up. Any new singles that we can expect?
Yeah, actually a few singles. One would actually, I'm giving too much of information, I think, but one is actually a single which I hope to do, record and shoot there, and then I'm hoping to do a remix, a single version of it here, hopefully, if that works out.
That's another first scoop on TV. But all right, tell us about something that you really care about apart from your music. Now, your music and your modeling career, put those aside. What are you really passionate about apart from those?
Wow. Other than music?
Other than music, other than modeling.
Gee, I haven't really.
Anything. Just something trivial even that you're really into though. TV shows.
Alright, we'll help you get started. I like crosswords. You?
You like?
Crosswords, you know, like on the paper that you get crosswords.
Oh, like...
Something I really love. Something that I do every morning.
I like Japanese anime.
Japanese anime, alright. And you? Fun.
I actually like go sightseeing, I mean nature and wildlife. I lived in Kenya, so I mean we went, we did go to a few game parks, and it was the most amazing experience, I would say. I would definitely want to do more of it when there is time, obviously. But nature and wildlife is something that I've always loved. It just relaxes you, and it just opens you up to a whole different world altogether. And you sometimes wonder whether this is real when you see them in the wild, especially all the animals. You go to a zoo and then you're like, oh, okay, you know,
they're just on display.
Yeah. And in the wild, they're just amazing. I mean, it's so beautiful. It's a different experience altogether, especially the lions and the cheetahs, and it's just an amazing experience.
Alright, if you had the chance to adopt any wild animal, what would it be?
A tiger.
Tiger, right?
Yeah, that's a psychological question. Like in interviews, they ask you what type of animal would you like to adopt.
Funnily, I was actually on Facebook, and a friend had posted a a picture with the he was in Thailand and like embracing a tiger. Obviously, they're drugged up, or I don't know. I'm not sure.
Oh wait, yeah, I've heard of these things. Yeah, of course.
So I was thinking it would be so cool to have
a tiger that's just gonna lay there every time you come in the morning.
Oh.
How you doing? All right, quick one. Best pickup line you've ever heard? On you, used on you.
Wow. I'm sure you've heard a lot of cheesy ones. So give us one that really.
Oh, God, nothing is really coming. So I'm just putting on the spot now. God, there have been so many.
All right then.
Were you someone? Didn't we school together? No. Obviously, I went to HFC, so there was no.
Unless it was another girl, but no, of course it wasn't.
Definitely no.
There's nothing transgender happening, so it's fine there.
Ooh, that's funny. Like a guy, and you would know. That's the funny thing about Sri Lanka, because you have a lot of only girls schools, and a guy just. I'm actually going to try that one time. Let's see how it works.
Okay, let's get back to
so many right now. I'm actually thinking there's quite a few. After this interview, I'll have like a whole list of it.
Email.
I'll call you.
But your fans, you must be having like diehard following that's there for you. And would you consider going out with a fan, or if
nothing serious, maybe just
serious.
a date?
A great fan.
It depends. Who? It depends. I mean,
you've seen your fans before. I'm guessing.
So far, no offense to the fans, but I wouldn't want to go out with any of the fans.
Right. Okay. If
she's going to get a lot of messages after this show.
Yeah.
So let's discuss about what you just spoke on.
I wish I could read some of the inbox messages I get on my fan page. It would be. We would have to have a series of shows. I'll give you half of it, and you can take half of it. I can read some of it, and we can actually interview some of the fans.
Yeah, that actually proves how much they actually love her. Everyone seems to, no matter what you say about them. I mean, that wasn't
no,
bad
sure.
at all. But like, I'm just saying, even if that's that, I would never date a fan. They would still love her. That's just a bonus for them. Dating Natasha, it would be a bonus. They'd be like, oh my God, we get to date Natasha.
But her talent has actually
really
opened up a lot of doors for you, hasn't it? I mean, coming back to your career.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Last year, I was actually one of the judges for the Yes Superstars. That was an experience for me because I've never really been. I've been guest judges on previous shows, but last year was actually I was on the panel right throughout the series, and it was actually a learning curve for me as well to see some of the contestants perform, and usually you're up there and this is what you do, but here you're on the other side of the fence and you're actually seeing them do your job, and then you know exactly what they should be doing and shouldn't be doing, and sometimes you learn from them. So it was a definitely an experience for me, and I would treasure that. Definitely treasure that. Yeah.
Cool. All right, so we'll go to a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back with Mo and Natasha. Good morning, Sri Lanka. Welcome back to the show. In the studio again, we have Natasha Ratnayake. We were speaking about her great work she's been doing in Sri Lanka all this time. I was trying to put some great wordplay in there where they're great to work out. But anyways, now getting back to you, we were speaking actually during the break. We were speaking about now from modeling you branched out to music. In the future, do you think Natasha would get into film?
I've been actually offered quite a few roles in movies on previous accounts, but nothing has really caught my attention. Never say never, obviously. But if I get a script that really, I really want to get involved, I definitely would do it. In fact, the movie Karma, Prasanna Jayakodi had me in mind to play the main role.
Oh, right.
So when he wrote it, he actually had me come into the studio, and he wanted me to go through the script, and he had already bought the idea that I was actually going to be a part of the production,
right.
But I had to turn it down because it wasn't really obviously the image that
Right, so you wouldn't really agree with
Yeah.
who you were.
exactly, I had to turn it down because of there were certain scenes in that I didn't really want to be a part of, and so he was like, no, you have to be a part of it, because obviously I had you in mind. I said, yeah, but it doesn't go with my image as a singer, and people are going to think that I'm going to be trying too hard.
Right.
And but I'm so glad that he worked with Michelle Herft, because she definitely did justice to the role, and in fact she's an actress herself in general, so I mean it was like a synergy between the role. Yeah, so.
And it turned out to be a great film, by the way.
Absolutely.
But you were involved in the production in a different way.
Yeah, so 2 years after that, he wanted me to be a part of the promotional campaign, do the theme song, and that was, I think, one of the first times I sang in Sinhalese. I sang the English version of it and the Sinhalese, and the Sinhala version was the duet. And well, I think I did a pretty decent job. Kudos to you.
And the fame, the publicity, I mean, it's essential for your career, of course it is, but do you like it? Do you enjoy it? Do you wish it
I'd be lying if I said I didn't like it, but I'm not consumed by it. I accept it the way it is. There are sometimes uncomfortable moments where you're in public and you're at a restaurant and people are staring at you while they're eating. I'm very self-conscious in general, so it's kind of weird sometimes, but I get on with it. But it's a part and parcel of the work that I do. I mean, and I've accepted it. I've learned to accept it, and I definitely like the publicity. Obviously, it makes you feel appreciated. Your work is appreciated, and people love you for what you do, and so yeah, it's definitely something that.
Right, now that you brought up dinner and the uncomfortable situation when people are staring at you, what was the worst time? All right, now I know for a lot of Sri Lankan folk, they don't like to ask autographs, they like to take pictures instead. They can upload it on Facebook and get a whole lot of commotion. The worst time, while maybe you were doing something really busy and you were really into your work or something, and some guy comes up or some lady comes up and says, "Can we have a picture with you?"
I had a similar, not a picture actually. I was in a supermarket recently. I usually when I have a facial I would go home, but I had to pick up something on the way, and it was around 11. Around, I think it was around 8:45, 9.
At night?
Yeah.
Oh.
So I stepped into the supermarket, and so I covered my hair like that. Right. So no one would, because after a facial, you don't want to look at anyone because your face is red, literally red. Because you understand that.
Oh, what I don't? I'm kidding.
No, it's all right. You clean up, and they just kind of pinch all the white heads and the black heads and whatever, and so you just don't want to look at anyone. You just want to pick whatever and just get out of there. But for my luck, while I'm now taking the stuff and just about to go, and it's like, "Hi, ma'am, are you Natasha?" I'm like, "Yeah." Right now, I don't want to be Natasha. So he's like, "You're different." I said, "Yeah, I just came from a facial, and that's why it's all red." "Yeah, you look different." I'm like, "Yeah, that's probably why it is different." And I just wanted to literally, I wish the ground opened up and swallowed me, because I was so embarrassed.
Yeah.
I didn't even complete the sentence. I think I was like so embarrassed.
So you just ran off. You just said, "Half complete sentence, running off now."
No, but I said, and then it's like, "It's good to see you yesterday. It's definitely good to see you." And he's like, "Yeah, I'm actually a big fan, and heard your music." And I'm like, "Okay, thank you." And are we done?